Hello and welcome back. Hopefully this is not going to be another one of those episodes where I lip smack a lot and make a lot of irritating sounds. This is going to be another housekeeping episode. This will be an episode where we get a few more heart pieces and gold sculptures. I think we also cash in some of our gold sculptures for a very crappy reward. I don't know why 2 of the gold sculpture rewards are bomb chews. That really rankles my ire. I'm not even sure if that's a correct phrase. Alright, let's begin the episode. This is me showing my less is more editing approach. I'm not necessarily doing lots of crossfades, I'm just cutting a lot more, and I think that is a little bit more effective in terms of time management, especially since I have to delete 1 frame every 1,500 frames. Alright, let's fade out and skip all this running until we get to this place over here by Kakariko Village. We need to bomb this tree in order to expose a hole in the ground so we can get a gold sculpture. Right, we got a red rupee out of that, but we did not open up the hole. I do like killing enemies with bombs. There's something exciting about it. Bombs are actually a lot more effective than I remembered. You know, you can actually throw them at things, leave them on the ground. I think that's all you can do with bombs, but they're pretty useful. I don't know why I didn't use a bomb to kill this thing. I decided to use a boomerang and stun it with the boomerang and then try and attack it from the front like this, which is not going to work. These are possibly one of the most frustrating enemies in the game, although there are lots of frustrating enemies. This spider is actually going to keep its orientation to the side the whole time, and I'll kill it like that. Alright. Now the gold sculpture is obviously going to be on a wall up in the ceiling somewhere. Just got to find it. Oh, there it is. There it is. I think this is where I'm starting to remember a little bit more of the episodes that I just edited. I did watch this one through. I kind of skipped through it, scrubbed through it, so I could make sure that I was a little bit more conversant with what was happening. I'm also talking a little bit closer to the microphone. I'm not sure if that's an ideal thing to do. I think maybe that could reduce the smacking sounds that I make. Alright, gold sculpture obtained. Gotta check how many we have. We have 38. So we need... I'm not sure if we've cashed them all in. We need a couple more before we can head to the House of Sculpture. Just trying to get my orientation here. I think it's still going to be night by the time we get in there. Just head in here. Here's the carpenter's son. Have we talked to the carpenter's son yet? I think we have. Yeah, we just run past him. What a freaky character. I'm not sure if he appears in Majora's Mask. Have I already commented on that? No, I think we do head into the House of Sculpture. Would this be the 3rd reward? There's one on the right, one on the left, and then one in the center. We'll be getting another reward pretty soon. Oh no. So this is the 3rd reward. Is this the... Oh, this is the giant's wallet. Okay, I was wrong. I thought we'd gotten it already, but we haven't. Now we can hold 500 rupees. This wallet would be very useful for buying the beans from the pig monster in Zora's River. But we did not get it first. And I think there's a few spiders that you have to get in the dungeon before you can get enough to buy the giant's wallet. Although I might not have checked my guide properly. Right now I think we head into the graveyard. And there's a few gold sculptures. I'm not sure if there's any heart pieces, but there's definitely a gold sculpture that we can obtain now. Using the boomerang. There's one on the wall on the back here on the right side of the graveyard. So we can take care of that now. I think it's a fairly cool mechanism or part of the game to take you back to areas and help you revisit different parts of the game that you may have thought you have completed. But I think it does get rid of the non-linearity of the game. And I think maybe that's the trouble that I seem to be having with the game, is that it's difficult to make a game like this conform to some sort of linear narrative when it is such a quote-unquote open-world game. Oh, liking the fog, actually. That's pretty cool. So have we planted a bean? No, we haven't planted a bean there yet. We have to go back and do that. So I forgot to do it this time. Probably make more sense if I was a little bit more efficient, but I think we might just do some clever jump cutting between those areas. Alright, now I think we head into the windmill. Now this is possibly one of the most frustrating parts of the game. We don't actually talk to this guy this time, but there's a heart piece on a ledge that we really should be getting after completing Dampé's running quest, or running minigame. But I want to get this now. I want to get this heart piece now, and you can do it. It is possible, it's just extremely frustrating. It took me about half an hour in real game time in order to complete it. So you can kind of throw your boomerang up there and try and get it, but it's extremely frustrating. It takes a long time. So doing it from this angle or this direction in the room is not going to do anything. The way to actually get the heart piece. So this is me trying to figure out a way to maybe climb up there onto the spinning platforms, but it's impossible until you're an adult. Also, I'm not sure if the heart pieces spawn differently when you're an adult. Now I figured out maybe I could get it from this direction, but I hadn't figured out that you can pick up items when the boomerang returns. Now that's basically how you get this. So now I'd figured it out. It's just a matter of refining the direction in which you throw it in. So that was very close. I think we might get it this time. Yeah, we did. That is such a good feeling. You have no idea how frustrating it is getting items out of their proper sequence. I think I probably could have saved myself a lot of trouble. I'm just really enjoying that heart piece. I looked at the dialogue menu for a long time. But yeah, when you do get items out of sequence, I think you should expect some sort of difficulty and frustration, really. Right, now I think that we have the boomerang, we can take care of some items in some previous dungeons. So here's Dodongo's cabin, cut through the travelling. So we can plant a bean here, like we didn't in the graveyard, which we should do, but we'll take care of that later. I think I was following the guide to a T, and the guide is not the best guide, as I seem to now realize. Right, in this part of the episode, I'm going to show you how not to get this gold sculpture in the cavern. And this is me being clever and switching to a different shield so that we don't get our shield burned up. Luckily I remember that. So don't go around to the left of this dungeon, because the only way to get up to the alcove that we need to get to is by travelling, basically going around through the whole dungeon the wrong way, and then climbing on a set of vines on the opposite side of this great big staircase. So this, I thought maybe with this staircase there'd be the vines on the left side, and they'd be accessible if you bombed the staircase down and then climbed up it, but that's not the case. So this is not what you do. This is an example of the wrong thing to do, because once you bomb this, it basically lowers the platforms too much. You can't climb up to the alcove. So we're gonna fade out. We'll end the episode here, and I'll show you the correct way to get the gold sculpture in the alcove above this staircase that I told you guys about earlier on in the Let's Play. Right, I'll see you guys then.